Hello, it's Reviews Day Tuesday. It's time for a new episode of Discworld Discourses, and today I am going to be talking about The Amazing Maurice and His Educated Rodents. This is the 28th Discworld novel by Terry Pratchett, first published in 2001, and it is the first written for children. It follows Maurice, a cat who can talk, a group of rats who can also talk, and the human boy Keith, who all travel to Bad Blintz to earn money by posing as a rat piper, leading rodents away from the town. However, something odd is happening in this particular town. There seems to be a massive rat infestation, even though two suspicious rat catchers have been hired. I was really excited to reread this book because I loved it the first time round, and I'm very happy to say that I had a similar experience the second time. As you would expect from a book stated to be for children, it's a very easy read. You know, the story isn't too complicated, there aren't too many characters. It's a very short book, I read it very quickly. It's also one of the few Discworld books with chapters, which I think works well for this book. It makes the book feel a bit more compact to me. I like how the book doesn't feel dumbed down. In terms of tone and themes, it feels pretty consistent to the rest of the Discworld series, even though it is a children's book. It's quite a dark book, and there's a lot of philosophy and some politics, and there's death and murder and scary monsters in the dark. I love the characters in this book, most of whom are animals. Dangerous Beans and Dark Tan are two of my favourite characters. I love the hierarchy of the rodents and how they work together and the differences between them, and, you know, their separate personalities. Maurice is also a great character. He's sort of the nearest we come in this book to having a main character. I like Keith too, even though we mainly see him through the eyes of Maurice. There are many great moments where it is clear that there is more to him than being the stupid-looking kid. As is usual with the Discworld series, this is a funny book, although I wouldn't call it one of the laugh-out-loud books, but it does make me happy when I read it. I think to me the book does waver a little bit in the middle. The section with the Rat King, I liked it, but it felt like it was getting a bit disjointed, and I was happier when our groups of characters started to converge again. I loved the end section of the book where the rodents and the townspeople were trying to find common ground. The scene between Dark Tan and the mayor is one of my favourites in any Discworld book. As you can tell, I really enjoy The Amazing Maurice and His Educated Rodents. It won't be for everyone. It is a little different to the rest of the Discworld series. It is a book about talking animals, but I love it, and I will give it 4.6 out of 5. So, some facts about The Amazing Maurice and His Educated Rodents. Maurice and the clan are not entirely new characters. They have been mentioned previously, for instance in Reaper Man. The story is obviously a reference to the Pied Piper of Hamelin, and the book is a parody of fairy tales and folk tales. There are references to the Brothers Grimm, although in this case the Sisters Grimm, to Beatrix Potter through Mr. Bunsey Has an Adventure, to Hansel and Gretel, the famous five, Dick Whittington, Puss in Boots. Sergeant Doppelpunkt and Corporal Knopf are the Uberwald versions of Sergeant Colon and Corporal Nobbs of the Ankh-Morpork City Watch. As mentioned by Terry Pratchett at the end of the book, Rat Kings do exist. There are several theories to how they form, and let's not talk any more about that. This book won the Carnegie Medal and was Terry Pratchett's first major award. A 90-minute radio adaptation of The Amazing Maurice and His Educated Rodents was broadcast on BBC Radio 4 in 2003 and repeated in 2007 and 8. The cast included David Tennant as Dangerous Beans, and the book has also been adapted as a stage play by Stephen Briggs in 2007. If you liked this book, what should you read next? Maybe continue with the children's Discworld books. The rest are all part of the Tiffany Aching series. It starts with the We Free Men, and we're pretty much alternating now between children's and adults Discworld books for the rest of the series. If you didn't get on so well with The Amazing Maurice and His Educated Rodents, you could try Night Watch, which is the next book in the series, although only if you are up to date with the City Watch books. That is it for today. My next Discworld Discourses will be on the 17th of March, and I will be talking about Night Watch. I can't wait. This is my favourite Discworld book, and one of my favourite books in general. I have read it the most out of the whole Discworld series, and I'm looking forward to reading it again. And the full list of Discworld books and when I'm planning on reviewing them will be linked in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Let's move across to the end screen. If you'd like to see my latest video or some more Discworld Discourses, then you can do so below me here. And you can also subscribe to my channel or visit my website if you wish to beside me here. And if you fancy checking out my Patreon page, the link to that is in the description below. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon.